Chuck Missler's extensive background and ties to big government and corporations are totally verified and irrefutable, as he lists these ties on his own curriculum vitae and I give you the link. This is stuff that's really easy to verify, and this is what we're going to be talking about today. It is my contention that there's no way for you to get to this level and have the kind of ultra-high level contacts and clearance that Chuck Missler has unless you are one of them. I base this off 15 years of research in this area and also the totally obvious information that is easy to find up on the internet. Big Brother takes care of his own, but outsiders are not welcome, and especially an outsider who would claim to be a born-again Christian. Also, he has made no attempts to distance himself from these high-level projects once he was supposedly saved. I would consider much of what Missler has been self-admittingly involved in as black government projects with top-secret clearance. Now, again, I'm not making this stuff up. This is what he is openly admitted and proudly, unabashedly, openly admitted. Okay? He appears to be proud of these accomplishments and his ties to global government. As if he was not, why would he list them on his curriculum vitae? This is the same global government that is preparing to enslave all of humanity and kill off those that they do not seem or deem fit to live. One of the primary ways they are going to do this is via global positioning tracking of the global populace, to which Mr. Missler has played a key role in bringing this technology to the masses. And we're going to prove it. We're going to look right at his own self-admitted things that are widely available on the internet. His current project, and which is what we're going to kind of focus on for the first part of this, his current project seeks to, quote, meld all avenues of communications together via a, quote, high-powered geosynchronous telecommunications constellation, a.k.a. satellites. Okay? In other words, it's a geosynchronous satellite system over planet Earth that will enable, tracking of every conceivable nature that you could possibly imagine. This melding of technologies are going to play a key role in the New World Order's ability to track everything we say and do while building a network in which the average person will be totally imprisoned in. Mr. Missler has proudly positioned himself right in the middle of this satanic system and has done so for decades. And again, I give you all the links straight from the horse's mouth. Right to, nothing like slanderous. It's right from him. What he's openly admitting to. It's just a matter of connecting the dots is really all it's a matter of. Reading from one of these documents, Dr. Charles W. or Chuck Missler, Curriculum Vitae. Dr. Charles Missler is a special advisor to the SWANsat project. What is SWANsat? And again, this is right off their own website. The advent of a digital codecing technologies and ubiquitous acceptance of the internet have gradually but inevitably melded together the broadcast, telecommunications, and computer networking industries so thoroughly and completely through the common medium of digital transmission protocols that the boundaries that once separated these disciplines have been erased. Costs for the deployment of 14 SWANsat spacecraft will be 12 billion euros in 2007. Now, this has already started. This is something he's been a part of here. Okay? This is not something we're making up. This is something he's openly admitting to. So again, what are they doing? They're melding together the broadcast, telecommunications, and computer networking industries thoroughly and completely through the common medium of digital transmission protocols through these geosynchronous satellites that are, orbiting the planet. Well, again, like we've said in the last teaching, the New World Order is all about melding everything together, getting everything on the same page, whether it's politics, whether it's religion, whether it's currency, you name it. Technologies are also going to have to get on the same page, and they're all going to have to become compatible and global. This is what this SWANsat is totally about. Sooner, and going back to the explanation. Sooner or later, it was bound to happen. Skyrocketing convergent technologies are leading to a seamless integration, of information accessibility. A single coherent, worldwide, super-wide area network is on its way. So welcome to SWANsat. Welcome to the future of information interchange. Click on the links below to read what SWANsat is all about. And there's an executive summary of SWANsat. There's a hybrid system of satellite communications technology link you can click on. I'm not going to go into all of those, but I'm going to kind of hit the high points here. SWANsat, the super wide area network satellite, people serving people is their motto. SWANsat satellite service will begin in 2014. And then I give you the little logo here of SWANsat. The SWANsat project will place a constellation of 3 high-powered satellites into operation. One spacecraft will serve Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. In Western Asia, one spacecraft will serve North, Central, and South America. One spacecraft will serve Central and East Asia, Australia, and New Zealand, and the Central Pacific. When operating together, all 3 spacecraft will provide coverage for the entire globe, except for the polar areas. Dr. Charles Chuck Missler is a special advisor to the SWANsat project. And I mean, this is all widely available. I'll give you the links. You can check it out for yourself. As we have demonstrated elsewhere, 20 participation in the SWANsat system and its shareware telecommunications model can be facilitated not only by the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, but by other financing consortia. But participation by the international Islamic banking community is fully consistent with Islamic law and can be welcomed in partnership with the SWANsat system. Now, I got this straight off their website. Okay, what I did is I went up to one of their documents that they had. It was a very lengthy PDF document, and I just copied and pasted right out of it. In fact, that's all I'm quoting from, is this. Okay. Now, again, if Chuck Missler is a true born-again Christian, why is he having anything to do with this global New World Order type of technology and bringing this to, on humanity? Why would he have anything to do with it? I mean, if he had any kind of conscience at all, don't you think that he would steer or veer away from something like this? I mean, I cannot imagine being involved in something so big brotherish as this. Okay, so let's go back and just dissect the first quote. This is straight from their website, straight from their, PDF explaining this. SWANsat system and its shareware telecommunications model can be facilitated not only by the World Bank and International Monetary Fund. Now, those are 2 of the most corrupt, wicked, unjust scales and balances which God abhors. They have so much to do with why we are in the shape that we're in. Okay, the bankers, the world bankers that run the world, the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund. I could do probably a 10-part study just on that one subject, on the wickedness of that system. They're openly admitting that the SWANsat system is being facilitated not only by the World Bank and by the International Monetary Fund. And again, why in the world, if you saw them as your partners in a particular venture, is this? Would you, as a born-again Christian, want to have anything to do with that venture? I mean, I can't think of 2 more wicked institutions on planet Earth than the World Bank and the International, because so much of it boils back to them. So much of, whatever you want to refer to as depopulation, the funding of the pharma-medical cartel, the New World Order, the United Nations, boils back to them. Because they're the ones that control the money. So, it's not only SWANsat, which Chuck Missler has an integral part in, is not only facilitated by World Bank and International Monetary Fund, but by other international financing consortia, but participation by the international Islamic banking community. And is fully consistent with Islamic law and can be welcomed in partnership with the SWANsat system. I mean, there's another point. Why would you want to have anything to do with something that is cowing down in trying to appease the Islamic banking community in order so that they'll do business with you? Considering all the studies I've done on Islam and the wickedness of it, why would you want to have anything to do with it just from that one point alone? For example, the Islamic development banks might assist Islamic nations to better their economies. That's what we want to do. We want to make sure that Islam gets stronger. And we empower Islam so that they can go and blow up and kill more people. I'm not saying they're all like that. I'm just saying that the Quran tells them to make jihad or holy war on the infidels. It tells them to slay and kill the infidels. What are infidels? Non-believers in Islam. And that's what they will do if they have enough power or the means to do it. And they've proven it over and over again. So we want to assist the Islamic nations to better their economies by functioning as a form of mudarabah, which means a Sharia-honored passive partnership. So in other words, they're Sharia compliant, SWANsat, which is something that we don't even have in America quite yet, which is something that a lot of people are trying to fight tooth and nail so that America does not become Sharia compliant. Because when that happens, then Islamic law will have to have Islamic court systems and these types of things. I understand, yes, in certain parts of America, it's pretty much about a done deal in certain areas. But they're wanting to make sure that they point out and tell everybody right up front that they're a Sharia-honored passive partnership, the SWANsat, and they're in full compliance with the Islamic banking community and Islamic law. Not a real good glowing thing that a Christian would want to be yoked up with. We're not supposed to be equally yoked with unbelievers, right? I mean, you could quote Bible verse after Bible verse. To abstain all appearance of evil. I mean, just being a part of this is so evil and looks so evil. What kind of example are you setting to all of your listeners and followers and everything else if you're Chuck Missler?